Learn.
And Peter Murray, Tracy. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Peter. How are you today?
Just wet. I forgot my umbrella at home.
Well, whenever you go to London, you do need an umbrella.
Well, I just spoke to somebody that told me in Bloemfontein in South Africa, the guys had hailstorms that the hail came there up to the top of the wheels of cars. Can you
I
believe that?
actually, you know what? I actually saw some images and of actually bigger than golf ball, more like tennis ball size hailstones. I mean, that
Wow.
is frightening, making holes in everything.
I wonder if there but any damage to the crops. That would be an interesting question. But anyway, that's a different story.
That's a different story entirely. So welcome to everybody. It's Bitcoin News Review, and we're going through our Facebook page. If there's any story on here you want to know more about, please go to our Facebook page and like it. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel and get yourself a free Bitcoin education.
Yeah, and please don't wait. Go do it now. Don't sit around and procrastinate. Just do it.
Absolutely. So let's go on to our first story, and it's about Coinbase. Is a Bitcoin exchange. Well, they actually have a few other coins as well, but they went through a little bit of a shaky on this year.
Yeah, Coinbase has been going through some big stories, but also they've been signing up customers left, right, and centre and opening in new countries. So I'm not surprised they increased their revenue.
Yes, they've actually opened up in Australia, and actually they're saying that numbers have been buoyed by interest following Brexit, when the British pound took a hammering, and and also they've been the monthly revenue has grown 3 times in the past year. So it seems that they're doing well.
No, that's excellent. Good for Coinbase, and I think Bitcoin companies in general are expanding all over.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, adoption is definitely happening. More and more people. In fact, I think it was Coinbase who said at one stage the people opening wallets was about 2,500 to about 10,000 per day.
That's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so here's an interesting article. I know that it's not Bitcoin related, however, it does affect Bitcoin. Here's a report from Bloomberg saying we're in for another year of mediocre growth. And what they're saying here is they are estimating that the USA is only going to have about a 2.2% growth for 2017. And in fact, some people are saying it's actually going to be negative growth.
Well, the Eurozone has the same problem. So, the economies are still sluggish, and the central banks have tried everything to get it going. Maybe what we need now is for the digital economy to start expanding and really put a fire under the world economy. Maybe more people should just go and embrace the digital economy because it's going to explode at some point.
Yes, absolutely. So, what is your feeling about stock markets growth, worldwide growth?
Tracy, it's interesting. I've been thinking about this a lot. I think growth is still stalling. I think growth can stall even more because we've got inflation creeping up, which means we're going to maybe see rises in interest rates shortly, and we'll go into a cycle of rising interest rates. But in general, the stock markets, there's lots of people that are predicting this major cataclysmic stock market crash and that everything will go to zero, whatever. And I think that, if you look at where money is flowing, cash is, the cash holdings of investors are the highest since 2001. And this is a bit contradictory to a stock market crash because usually investors would be, if the stock markets were at the point where it's going to crash, the markets would be, everybody would be in the stock market, not in cash. So I think that we're probably going through a period we'll just plod along. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen, and I think with new technology and things are expanding exponentially. This is the big growth area of the economy at the moment. Is new innovation, tech, things like that, and and the rest of the economy is just pulling along. And yeah, so I'm not seeing this cataclysmic crash that everybody is predicting at the moment.
Interesting. Okay, so here's a conference coming up in November. John McAfee is going to join the Blockchain Money Conference in London. I think that'll be an interesting conference, Peter.
Yeah, I'm going to try to see if I can actually go and be at that conference. So I'll let you know very shortly.
Excellent. That'll be excellent. And maybe you can even interview a few people.
Oh, definitely. But media needs some field reporters. So if there's anybody interested, wanting to be a field reporter for us, let us know.
Absolutely, let us know.
We're always looking for stories. Guys, if you have any Bitcoin stories, send them to us. Please do. Send them. We need them.
Yes, we do. Okay, so Peter, here's an article. A Delaware judge pushes for blockchain proxy voting.
Interesting. Another. We were talking about this the other day, where they were talking about one exchange that was going to use it for voting on proxies and all kinds of shareholder votes and stuff. So this is going to happen everywhere because the blockchain is so efficient to use for this.
Absolutely. It says here, he's advocated for blockchain-based proxy voting as a means to put more power in the hands of shareholders.
Yeah. I don't think it will put more power in the hands of shareholders, but it would actually give shareholders an easy way to vote. Maybe that's what it means.
Yeah. Okay, and then here's just an article on look beneath the election for movements that make a difference. Basically, this is just really saying that the US election is showing true colors once again, and both presidential candidates are empowered by the central banking system that has deteriorated the economy.
Oh, that's very interesting. So we'll see what comes out of that scenario.
Absolutely. Well, it's a very interesting time that we're in at the moment. Lots of where there's, I think it's about, 19 or 18 days to go till the election. Definitely one that I'll be watching.
Definitely. I mean, it's going to be exciting 18 days.
Here's a comment on India. There's so much going on in India at the moment and so much focus. It says here 95% of the people do not have credit cards and 50% are unbanked due to the country's poor financial and payment infrastructure. So viva Bitcoin.
Viva la Bitcoin. Yeah.
Okay, the next story, global banks test Ripple digital currency in new blockchain trial. 12 members of blockchain consortium have successfully tested a use case for Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency.
Ripple is slowly creeping up. Ripple just overtook Litecoin in the cryptocurrency market cap stakes, and it's now the third most valuable cryptocurrency in the world after Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yes, very interesting.
Very, very interesting. And Ripple is really very much, the banks love it. It's a very nice system to use inside a bank. I've actually gone through the Ripple thing, and it's very nice to use. I can see the application for banks.
Excellent. Stop wishing, start doing. And here's our article on cash. If anybody hasn't listened to that, it's actually quite interesting. So it's a video that you can find on our page or on our YouTube channel. Cash, more risk than Bitcoin.
Yeah, cash is not king. Let me put it that way. Go watch that video, and think about what you're doing with your cash. You think you're sitting in the bank, you've got no risk. Boy, you've got to think again.
Absolutely. And also just talking about the new buzzword, Internet of Things. So Apple are actually getting involved with this as well. They say that in terms of Internet of Things, consumers will buy about $24 billion worth of connected home devices this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is going to grow exponentially.
Yes, absolutely. They're saying here sales to nearly double by 2020. Well, you know, Apple. I was quite surprised. Apple was involved with a vehicle as well. You know, wanting to do an Apple vehicle. So they've pulled away from that for a while. Um, obviously, they're still obviously looking at systems in the car and maybe talk to other car manufacturers instead of becoming a car manufacturer themselves.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, all the tech companies now want to build driverless cars. It's like this fad. I don't know why they're so interested in it, but we definitely have driverless cars already.
Yes. And here's another article, The Rise of Bit BTC, how a mysterious miner could decide Bitcoin's future. Seems quite ominous.
That sounds ominous. What is it
Yeah,
about?
it's all about the whole scaling debate. And they say here, Bitcoin's most professional mining pool has become its most controversial. So, basically it's the scaling discussion has been going on for some time now, but it's obviously something that they have to do and they have to agree on.
Well, they're
It
not
says, yeah,
agreeing.
no, it's taking time. Following months of debate over how to scale Bitcoin's transaction capacity, the conversation has become newly contentious as the progress of a much-hyped solutions continue to face the kind of delays that perhaps should be expected when working with novel technologies.
Well, at least the technology is improved all the time. Going forward, it will just be improved more and more. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And the good thing is they're taking their time and developing it in the right direction. So that's good.
Yeah. In actual fact, this BTC is in China. No surprises.
Yeah.
So welcome to the world's new digital economy. And don't be
Yes.
slow, get behind.
Welcome. If you're not in the digital economy yet, it's time to get in.
And here, talking about India, India's digital payments, Bitcoin adoption will grow by $500 billion by 2020. India's payment landscape has mirrored four major global shifts that demonstrate the country's huge potential for exponential growth in the next 4 years.
Tracy?
On India. Yes?
I have to go.
Oh.
I'm packing my bags to Mumbai immediately.
Okay.
Because look at that number, 500 billion. Can that be real?
Yeah.
Do you think that's real? Wow, that's amazing. You know what? The Indian economy, we've been talking about India. We've done that video on Bitcoin adoption in India. And we're going to go to India in December to go have a look. But I tell you what, the Indian market is exciting.
Yes. And if there's anybody in the Indian market or in India at the moment who wants to connect with us, please do.
Yes, please, guys. We are very, very keen to talk to you, interview you, and have you on your show and let people know what's happening in India.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's another article. CoinSecure releases first 5-order app for growing Indian market. Well, there you go. In India again.
Yeah,
It's a mobile. Yeah,
we're gonna have to have a
bit.
You're gonna have to have a bit media India soon.
Absolutely. So this year they're building this app it's a simultaneous mobile trading app.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, very, very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Very, very exciting.
Hot on the heels of rival exchange, Coin's offering in August seeks to woo more experienced traders. There you go.
Experienced traders can trade Bitcoin. You know what, Tracy? Yeah, trading is a very, very hard and difficult game, but good luck to the guys that are trying that.
Yes, and look at this interesting story. New Zimbabwe currency stirs memory of this. I mean, look at that number. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I have one of those
It's
notes.
inflation.
I actually own one
Oh,
of
do
them.
you?
I have. Yeah, you can buy them in the airport in Harare for $10.
Okay, so are you telling me you're a trillionaire?
Oh no, not a trillion, 100 trillion.
100 trillion.
Something like that. They're actually worthless as a currency now, but you can buy them. They've created a new market as a collectible. So you can buy them, and then you can keep them as a reminder of inflation.
Mm. Well, you know what? It says here the country will soon introduce so-called bond notes pegged to the parity with the US dollar,
Mm-hmm.
and beginning with denominations worth $2 and $5. So there's a lot of people that are saying they're going to reject it. They can just see themselves going back to that terrible time only 7 years ago when they had hyperinflation. These Zimbabweans need to move into Bitcoin
Yeah, Zimbabwe,
ASAP.
absolutely. You know.
Well, we're into India again, and this is really not such good news. India's biggest data security breach.
Here we go
It
again.
says here,
You know.
it says here actually facing the one of the worst financial breaches of all time. 3 million cards are said to be compromised.
Well, you know, it's absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, we've said it so many times now. The biggest threat to the new economy is the actual, you know, is exactly this: is cybercrime and hacking
Yeah,
and data breaches.
yeah.
I mean, and
Well,
it's happening again.
yeah. So apparently, the breach originated in malware introduced in systems of Hitachi payment services.
Okay.
You know, this malware, it's actually crazy. This morning, you know, I logged on and I was doing some stuff, and I wasn't even, I don't even know how it happened, but I just kept on getting, because I've got anti-malware or malware detection software on my computer, and I had about 6 of these notices come up about the malware, that it's blocked.
Mm.
So it's all
Well,
over, you know, guys, you need to protect yourselves.
well, it's even worse when you're running websites and stuff like that, and that's why you know we have a server where we run our websites, and you know you've got to put malware detection on there all the time because people are attacking those sites with malware, you know, like on a daily basis, and that's why you don't want to put your data and your personal uh, details, and more importantly your bitcoins on a central server.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
And
so you know,
that's why we're actually going with Swiss Bank in your pocket, which is an integrated suite of banking applications that works directly on the blockchain, and
correct.
it's offline as well. So that's what keeps your stuff safe.
Exactly.
So on that note, this was the news today. So thanks very much, Peter.
Thank you very much, Tracy. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday, happy weekend, and click on that subscribe button that you can see in the corner and get onto our mailing list and just get connected. So cheerio to everyone.
Cheerio.